Hi everyone! Welcome to Artsonia's After School Art Club. Today we have a fun art project from Mrs. Kostal, an art teacher from Illinois. Hope you enjoy the video and don't forget to have your artwork uploaded to your Artsonia gallery.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Kostal, and I'm the art teacher at Holy Trinity School in Westmont and Elm School in Burr Ridge, Illinois. And I also run the blog No Corner Sons. We are not going to a birthday party or going out shopping today. We are going to be making some really cool paper weavings, and all you need is a paper bag. Let's go! You will need a pencil and eraser, ruler, glue, scissors, an old used paper gift bag any size, or 2 gift bags that are the same size. If you have decorations like stickers or sequins, you can use those on this project too. Weaving is when 2 different threads are put together to make fabric, cloth, or vessel. The great thing about weaving is that almost anything can be a thread. Most of the time, artists use yarn, like for this blanket, or reeds or straw to make baskets. Sometimes things look woven, like this building in North London, and sometimes things are actually woven, like this building at University College London. This is a photo of an art installation done by an artist in 2012. He chose PVC fabric and the central building on campus as his medium, and weaving as his technique for this amazing work that was installed for only 2 weeks. We are going to think a little smaller and weave gift bags together. I'm going to be weaving 2 gift bags together that are the same width. They do not have to be the exact same height, but they should be kind of close. If you only have 1 bag, it's okay. That is how I made these examples. I used part of the bag backwards for this one and just mix up the pieces to weave this one. Open up your bag and cut off the front and back. The sides with the handle are what you are actually keeping. The bottom and sides can be recycled. Do this for both bags if you are using 2. Now you have 2 or 4 sides of bags that are identical. You only need 2. Set 2 aside if you have extra. One of these pieces is going to become your loom or your warp. This is the piece that is going to hold all our other pieces. It's going to stay in one piece for the entire project, but we have to cut some slits in it. Fold your bag front in half so the pretty side is not showing. It probably has a flap or fold on the top side where the handle was. That horizontal line is going to be like our guideline. Grab your ruler and line it up with the very vertical edge of the paper bag. Make sure that the ruler is as straight up and down as you can make it. Craftsmanship really matters here. Then, trace the ruler on the opposite side from the flap to the fold. Then, slide the ruler over and line it up with the line you just drew, and draw another line. Then, slide it over and line it up with that line you just drew, and draw another line. Then, slide it over and line it up with the line you just drew, and draw another line. Then, slide it over and line it up with the line you just drew, and draw another line. Then, slide it over and line it up with the line you just drew, and draw another line. I am so happy that I got to say all of that without a whole class full of kids like yelling at me to stop, because that's usually what happens. But anyway, I digress. You might have more or less vertical lines than I do, but you get the idea. For the most part, my lines are evenly spaced, except that weirdo one at the end. They are all perfectly straight because all I did was trace the ruler. We have to very carefully cut those lines. Start at the fold, cut to the flap, and stop. Start at the fold, cut to the flap, and stop. Start at the fold, cut to the flap, and stop. Start at the fold, cut to the flap, and stop. Okay, you get the idea. I won't keep repeating it this time. Be certain no pieces fall off, and try not to make your lines jagged because that will just make it harder to weave later. Next, we are going to make our weft pieces, or the pieces that are going to move from right to left or left to right. Get it? Weft rhymes. I'm going to draw on the back of my second bag. But remember, you could also use the other piece of your same bag. You would just want to draw these lines on the front so that the Yucko Pucko pencil lines do not show. Similarly to what we just did, I am going to line my ruler up with the very edge of my bag. In this case, it is actually the bottom of the bag. I am going to make a perfectly straight line. Then I'm going to slide the ruler over to the line I just drew and draw another line. Then I'm going to slide the ruler over to the line I just drew and draw another line. And I'm going to say this a bunch more times because nobody's here to stop me. Then I'm going to slide the ruler over to the line I just drew and draw another line. Then I'm going to slide the ruler over to the line I just drew and draw another line. Then I'm going to slide the ruler over to the line I just drew and draw another line. Then I'm going to slide the ruler over to the line I just drew and draw another line. You might get more lines or less lines than me. It's okay. These pieces will match the width of your warp piece. Carefully cut them all out. Are you ready to start weaving? Oh, let's say it more excitedly. Are you ready to start weaving? Lay your loom/warp out in front of you so that the handle is on top and you are looking at the pretty side. Start from one side with one piece of weft, a piece you just cut. For all intents and purposes, I am going to use the colors of my papers to help you out. I am starting by putting my pink piece over my red, then under, then over, then under, then over, then under, then over till it is just done. Back that up again. Sometimes friends get confused by over under and they like to say skip, don't skip, skip, don't skip, skip, don't skip. Was that a little more helpful? Back that up again. Sometimes people like to say above, below, above, below, above, below. Got it? Whatever works for you. Let's try the next line. The next line has to do the opposite of whatever you did the first time. So I started under the red, over the red, under the red, over the red, under the red, over the red, and I ended under. If yours does not look like a checkerboard or your pieces are just going right on top of each other, you did not do the opposite of one another. Rewind and try the whole thing again. Be sure not to skip any warp strips and just keep going. Your third weft piece is just like your first. Push the papers down towards the bottom as you go. Keep weaving until you cannot fit any more in. They should be real tight and snug. Ta-da! Even though the weaving keeps the pieces pretty snug, we want to add a few dots of glue to keep the weaving in place. On the front side of my weaving, I check the sides for all the over pieces and add a little dot of glue on the over pieces that are just on the end. Then I flip that puppy over and I do the same thing on the back. Now, we are really done. Ta-da! Oh, wait, no, not yet. If you have stickers or sequins or any kind of fancy embellishment you want to stick to your weaving, now you can do that. I always like to gently remind my friends when I pull out the sequins, sparkles, stickers, etc., of the age-old adage, less is more. You just spent a whole bunch of time on that weaving. Make sure you don't cover it all up. Okay, now I think I can officially give the official final. Ta-da! So, how'd your weaving turn out? I bet it looks great. I can't wait to see it. Bye!